5 and welcome to the Late Look North. Good evening, I'm Adam Powell. North East Ambulance Service is the best performing ambulance trust in England when it comes to responding to critical, life-threatening calls. That's according to the BBC and NHS England analysis. Last month, it was the only ambulance service to meet the standard for Category 1 response times. Sharon Barber reports.
While many are still sleeping, paramedics are starting out on a 12-hour shift.
So we are going to a Category 2 call in Hartlepool for a 87-year-old male with chest pain and vomiting.
Winter is always busy. Last month alone, ambulance teams across the northeast were dispatched to nearly 40,000 emergency calls.
So we'll need a blue bag, which will be many out cardiac drugs or ECG machines. Hi there, good morning. You called for the ambulance, sir? Good, careful. You okay? What's happening? How can we help?
Well, the chest is a bit tight.
Okay.
Been sick with it.
Is my colleague okay to do some checks? Is that all right?
It doesn't frighten us. And you go sometime, don't you?
Well, hopefully not today.
David needs to go to hospital.
There you go. Good man. Right, awesome.
For paramedic James, some days are much tougher than others.
I think the most challenging calls that I will attend as a paramedic will always involve children, more specifically, children who are potentially in cardiac arrest.
Brilliant, 212, yeah, just to update you on this Category 2 call.
Despite the pressures, the North East Ambulance Service is the fastest in England when it comes to Category 1 calls. They include life-threatening injuries and heart attacks, and they're reaching patients on average in 6 minutes, 20 seconds. Their success is in part because across the North East, the ambulance teams work closely with hospitals.
We've built up some really strong relationships, some really good systems to coordinate between us, to make sure everybody's aware of all the pressures, make sure that we get plans in place to ease pressures at particular areas, particular hospitals, or indeed the pressures that we're facing.
While there are challenges for the ambulance service and for all emergency response teams, James says at the end of the day, it's all worth it.
When we get called to a Category 1 call for a cardiac arrest, and that patient regains consciousness following our actions, we're able to directly, save that person's life effectively. And I think it's just incredible to do. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you.
Sharon Barber, BBC Look North.
A man accused of deliberately infecting 7 men with HIV has told jurors he had no intention of causing them harm. Prosecutors claim Adam Hall had sex with men he met at bars in Newcastle or online, but did not tell them he was HIV positive. Mark Denton reports.
Adam Hall, who's 43 and from Washington, denies raping 5 men and 7 counts of grievous bodily harm with intent. He told the jury today any sexual contact was consensual and his sexual partners knew about his medical status. The court heard Mr. Hall was diagnosed with HIV in August 2010 when he was aged about 28 and prescribed with antiretroviral medication to be taken every night before he went to bed. When asked by his barrister whether there was ever a time when he did not want to remain compliant with his medication, Mr. Hall replied, "No. Was there ever a time when you deliberately didn't take your medication to make yourself infectious?" "No," he replied. Well, Adam Hall has pleaded not guilty to all the charges and the trial continues. Mark Denton, BBC Look North, Newcastle Crown Court.
A new drug and alcohol treatment centre has been officially opened in Hartlepool. The £3.7 million purpose-built facility funded by Hartlepool Borough Council is the new home for the town's substance support service START. It aims to give residents the best chance of recovery.
I was a heroin addict for 15 years and I actually accessed this service myself, so I've got a 25-year association with this site and with the previous building and now with this new one. I work alongside some of the people who supported me when I was still in treatment. So I know how important this service is, and I know the fantastic work that it does.
Football now, and Sunderland head coach Régis Lebris says Habib Diarra and Shamsdeen Talbi are available after returning from the Africa Cup of Nations. Both players are now back on Wearside following Senegal's dramatic win over Morocco in Sunday's final, and will be in Sunderland's squad for Saturday's game at West Ham.
We were in the dressing room this morning and spoke about this final. So it was happy. Shamsdeen was close to him, wasn't so happy, but they are still friends. And
Let's have a look at the weather now. Here's Paul Mooney.
Good evening. As we head into and through the weekend, not a great deal changes weather-wise. We keep that cold easterly wind, and there'll be enough cloud to produce some rain at times. There will be some rain around as we head through the night, but it should become drier later as some clearer spells edging in from the south as we head through the early hours of tomorrow morning. Stays pretty gusty in that east to southeasterly wind. Temperatures don't drop any lower than about 4 or 5 Celsius in most places. So tomorrow morning the rain continues to edge away northwards, leaving things a bit drier, a few brighter spells, especially for parts of Cumbria, but the thicker cloud returns through the afternoon. Many of us will see some patchy rain again as we head towards the end of the day. Some snow in amongst it, only over the tops of the hills, temperatures up to 9 Celsius, and it stays similar as we head into Saturday and Sunday.
That is you up to date this Thursday night. Look North is back in breakfast from 6:25 tomorrow morning from the late team here. Good night and sleep well. Bye-bye.